Hello. Good evening, my friends. Welcome to my LinkedIn Live talk show. This is going to be Sri Lanka's first LinkedIn Live talk show. I've been thinking about this for a long time after I got LinkedIn Live. That's a few weeks back. And I was thinking what I should be doing. And then I was going solo all by myself every week. And I was thinking actually, how do I add value to my network, my audience, people who support me? So I thought maybe it's time that I start a talk show, LinkedIn live talk show. That's Sri Lanka's first. So uh, today is a special one. So I was thinking, what do I do with the first one? What can we do? What can we share? We were thinking, and then today we uh, thought that we would talk about accounting tips for small businesses and entrepreneurs. And you would want to know what kind of things that we would be discussing in the future going forward. Any topic that would help us to educate ourselves, inspire ourselves, motivate ourselves, as well as any topic that will grow us. But keeping the platform. Now I'm streaming this on LinkedIn, and at the same time, simultaneously, I'm restreaming it to my Facebook as well as my YouTube channel. But then this is mostly for the benefit of those who are engaged on LinkedIn, people who are acting in a very professional manner, who are planning to go professionally, entrepreneurs, professionals, aspiring young students who plan to become someone. So we as senior people who have been in this game for a while, we can contribute a lot. So this is not going to be a talk show where somebody is going to come and simply talk about only one thing for a very long time. Let me tell you about the format. We are going to have this show for about 45 minutes every Thursday at 8:30 in the night. 45 minutes to 1 hour, depending on the topic. And if you have a lot of questions coming in, a lot of comments, we can extend it a little bit more till about 9:30 maximum. We can, of course, we could go on if the audience is engaging. And why at 8:30 in the night? Yes, because you should come home and have dinner, have a cup of tea, and be ready. So that's why 8:30 in the night. And then why Thursday? Why not Friday? There are a lot of party going people out here, especially we Asians, we love partying. So let them have a little bit of fun time on Friday. And let's keep Thursday evening for serious business like things. And that's how it would go. Many topics we are going to talk in the long run. And during the show, I'll be sharing, other than the intended topic of the day, there'll be inspirational stories. And then, as you know, my domain is coaching. I'm an executive coach, as well as I help clients with their personal branding journeys. And then I help people with LinkedIn strategies. And I also help organizations in the B2B space to improve their sales forces. So keeping those in mind, you will be getting a lot of tips, insights from me while we discuss the main topic. Then now since you understand what we are going to talk about, I'm going to introduce the person who are going to support us. His name is Mathushangar. He's a friend of mine. So let me first bring him to the show. Hi, Madhu. Good
Hi,
evening.
hi, Amita. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah. So apparently, you are the first person in Sri Lanka to go on the first LinkedIn live talk show, and it's great pleasure to be with you here tonight.
I'm glad. I'm glad, and congratulations, Amita, for this wonderful platform and
Yeah.
your launch of this cinnamon chat. Thank you, Amita, for inviting me.
Right. So, Madhu, uh,
Yeah.
we are going to talk about accounting tips for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Now, when I say entrepreneurs, sometimes it could be even entrepreneurs, people who want to become entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
or maybe solopreneurs, people who are thinking, okay, should I become an entrepreneur or not? Then what do I do about accounting? So there are many areas. So we need to talk about you a little bit. Would you like to tell us a little bit about you, how you got into this, the company name of yours. I know it's Ignite Private Limited, but for the benefit of those who are joining us today.
Okay. Thank you, Amita. So I started Reignite 5 years back, 2015, as a freelancer or like a sole entrepreneur, right? In a desk in my friend's office. I started from the scratch, and now I have a team of 13. My partner is me and my partner is building this venture for last 5 years, and I started. My career in accountancy. Um, Graduated from University of Colombo, Faculty of Management. Then I started working, and we found there are a lot of support needed for startups and small scale businesses in terms of our area, our interested area. So we thought to start this. Because accounting is very, very key or essential for any startups and entrepreneurs to grow their businesses. That's why we started this, and it's growing. So we have uh, two vertical of business as well. So I'll brief while we are having the chat.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So while we move ahead, we can also take comments, questions. So we have someone who is saying, Madhusara. Madhusara, hi, thank you for joining with us. I can see there's a lot over there. You can maybe say from where you are. So we would know maybe there were a few who wanted to join from Sri Lankans living in other countries wanted to join. I said, yeah, it's completely free of charge. Join us. So you can just say from where you are. I should be able to give you a little bit of prominency. One thing that you should do. Today I was at a LinkedIn Live during the daytime, and I was commenting genuinely, not expecting anything. And then top Western business owners got connected with me simply because I went and commented over there. I mean, someone has seen myself, so we are now talking to each other and see how best we could help each other in our journeys. So, you also want to say something about accountants.lk at the same time?
Yes, another vertical of initiation, I would say, along with my partners, we are sharing our knowledge or creating value for our community members of accountants, accounting professionals. So it's a knowledge sharing platform, online and offline as well. So and we are creating a lot of other values, career opportunities and many more.
Okay. So, let's get into the topic, the hardcore topic that we are going to talk about, and it's about accounting tips for small businesses and entrepreneurs. So normally entrepreneurs incorporate the company sometimes after working a little bit. It's very rarely somebody is going to register a company. There are people do that, even before the proper idea or the proper business is here, they register a company. But then I'm sure people would have burned their fingers. So what they do is they start something, generate some income, and then they register their company, and then maybe after some times, due to an external force, external reasons, sometimes what happens is they decide, okay, let me look at my accounts now. So, uh, what do you think is the starting point to keep look at your accounting or record keeping or whatever you call it? Before that, Madhu, let me say hi to few others.
Yes,
Maybe hi Shehan, he's joining from Colombo,
Aisha.
and Harun is also joining from Colombo. Thank you for joining, and probably they also have something to learn. So Madhu, what do you think? When do you think someone should start?
Yeah, so mostly accounting means like most of the entrepreneurs think like it's a financial accounting, but I would say management accounting starts even before you start your business, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
even before you register a company, as you said, right? So if you have an idea, right? So you have to plan that idea properly, whether it's commercially viable. Uh, as you know, Amita, sometimes not all the ideas are commercially viable, right? Right. So you have to plan it, and then you have to do proper forecasting for your business and budgeting for your business even before you start. And you need to know in next 6 months where you will be heading to, or next 1 year or 5 years, right? So if you have a plan in paper, right, it will direct you properly, right?
Yeah.
So numbers will. I always say numbers are not to scare anyone; it's to encourage everyone, right? So
Yeah.
always, so you need to plan first, probably forecasting, budgeting. Then yes, if uh, once time comes when you register a company, and then you will open up a bank account, or even so you will incur expenses, revenues, or whatever. So you will start recording. So that's the starting point, Amita.
Okay. But then, see, in your case, it may looks very simple, yeah. But think about those who are entering into the business. It's an unknown territory, and you are talking about budgeting, Madhu. Come on,
Okay.
you are going to complicate. Give me a second. I think we need to say uh, few others who are joining. Abdullah is joining from Colombo. Then Charak
Abdullah.
also has a question. Hello, why are you saying accounting is key in a business? What about the other areas? No, 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 no. We are not downplaying any. I myself is a marketer, but today's topic is about accounting. So we are very strictly going to stick to art of it, Charaka. Don't worry. we
No, any
okay.
entrepreneurs, Amita, if you really see that, first we focus on building sales channel, sales, right? So little bit, ignore this particular accounting part of it, right? So that's why this topic is now to engage. So Charaka, for that only, I said like it's really important as well. So it will guide us, grow us, help to grow us.
Yeah. So we have Naren joining, and then of course Madhusari is joining from Beruvala. Hope you are safe over there. Shabir from PETA, and Dulip. Thank you very much for joining. Shabir is actually joining from YouTube. So my next question: can you simplify this budgeting process? Why? I mean, sometimes they say entrepreneurs, small businesses, when they originally start, they wouldn't know what will happen tomorrow. And you are talking about budgeting. Can you put it into layman's language, Madhu?
Okay, sure. Okay, so how can I say? You what you will plan in a budgeting, right? So probably first you have to plan your sales. Next
Yeah.
6 months or 1 year. So what will be your sales revenue, right? So if it is a trading business, how many units you will sell, or even service business, how many clients you will get? What is the average uh, invoicing value? So through that, you will month on month you will prepare your revenue, right? You will plan your revenue. You that is your goals. If you are an idea state entrepreneur, so you will based on your gut feeling, market insights, probably you can do a small studies and market size, and through that probably you can project that revenue. Then what you next is your cost. Any business, to run that, you have operational costs, right? So direct costs are there, sometimes, and operational costs are there. So you will plan that cost. That's simple, right? So you might have administration cost, marketing cost, right? Staff salaries, staff cost, right? Even direct cost for certain industry. So what will happen? You will plan those expenses on a month-on-month basis, right? So hope I put it in a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
simple
of
word.
course.
Yeah.
We have to
Okay.
see.
So it's
I don't think we will have serious accountants joining this conversation to
yeah,
learn. But then people who are little scared, but then at least when they see that Amita is talking about it, they know that I don't know much about accounting. So at least they'll come and listen, knowing that I don't know about the subject. That's why I brought in a
yeah,
subject expert. So
yeah.
okay, all the budgeting is good and all that is fine. When do you think they should start recording? I mean, I can do a little bit of business, money is coming after 6 months, after 1 year. When do you think I should start recording all that?
Yeah, so I have seen that many entrepreneurs, a lot of entrepreneurs, they focus on, as I said, like they focus on building sales channels, right? Sales and building some cash for their business as well.
Yeah,
So they ignore. Sometimes they ignore, not intentionally, but the focus is because they have limited. Most of the entrepreneurs, they have limited resource, so they
yeah,
don't focus on this part of it, right? So after 2 years, 3 years time, probably most of them I have observed, when they have a tax requirement or any other requirement, they start looking at it, right? So
yeah.
uh, my suggestion is management accounting is for not for tax or any statutory requirement. That is for your organization growth, right? Organization growth. So every month or your accounting should be in real time, right? So then
Okay.
you will understand your business performance and position in real time, right? So always you will see the numbers that will encourage you to grow your business. So as I said, like if you have a proper budget and forecasting, then always you can start uh, comparing budgets versus actuals, any improvements you need to make in business to achieve your goals. So this will help you on your day-to-day operation, right? So for that output, right? So you need to start recording and record your transaction.
Okay, Madhu, before I go for next question, Nitushan is saying hi to us, and Gayan is saying hello. Hi, hi, Gayan. Then we have my friend Ravi who is saying hi. And then we have Isura as an entrepreneur. What is your view on open up a sole proprietorship and private limited company? That discussion we are not going to take today. Of course, we will be bringing separate experts on that because we need to get the maximum out of Madhu. So we will not talk anything outside. But remember, those questions will be answered every Thursday when we bring an expert here. So my next question is, you are talking about recording them. Can I use maybe a single rule book, or what should I do? Should I use an Excel sheet, or when you say recording, let's say I generate only 10 transactions for an entire month. What should I do? How do when you say record, this word, can you explain a little bit more?
Yeah. So uh, first, let's understand what to record, Amita.
Yeah,
Probably your sales, monthly sales, your expenses, right? Mainly you will incur for all the expenses, monthly sales, your deposits, collections in the bank, and all these things you will start recording, right? So yes, as you said, you can write in a book, you can maintain an Excel sheet, right? Or like you can have some a mechanism to identify your performance and position. But my suggestion, so these, think about this kind of pandemic situation, right?
Yeah.
So if you have everything in books, manual records, right? So probably an accountant supporting you, probably they might record in books. How can you get the information in real time?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of tools available, Amita, in online. Free tools are available for small scale business, especially early stage startup. There are lots of free tools available. Or like little that is main very basics of softwares. We call like accounting softwares, accounting platforms. But there are a lot of other platforms also. You can subscribe to have more features. So you can set up a right platform to for in your business to generate information, business information for you, right? So I can name a few like so for small scale businesses.
So, Madhu, if there are any
um,
apps
I have
that's
seen you.
available, any apps that are available which are completely free of charge, for a very small business to start, it's okay to mention few. Madhu, are you there? We need to expect these kind of difficulties. Okay, Madhu, are you there?
Hi, Amita. Sorry, some internet
Sorry, yeah,
issues. Correct.
I
Okay.
know, I know. So I was actually talking about, are there any apps, free apps that you could mention few?
Yeah, so free apps, a lot of early stage startups they use Wave app. There's a called Wave app you can use, but
Okay.
very nominal fee. There are few apps like QuickBooks Online, Zero, and even like this. This is like fixed or like standard softwares. But locally there are a lot of softwares. Local players are building a lot of softwares. Usually they um, uh, talk to us about it. And also I know like few softwares like Blue Lotus, they're doing one for small scale businesses, Blue Lotus 360.
Is
And
that local?
yes, local softwares, Blue Lotus. And
Super.
um, enhancers, they have E Suite. And so they are building for this particular, supporting this particular small scale entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
They are supporting. So there are a lot of softwares, Amita, so we can explore.
Okay.
And so my suggestion, all the softwares are really good uh, as far as how we are using it, right? How we are optimizing. Right? So any softwares you can choose, but I would suggest cloud-based softwares are really good at this point of time. You can work from anywhere, anytime. You can get all the information in real time. Yeah,
Okay, so we'll say hi to Enosh, our good friend, and we'll catch up with you also, Enosh. Wait,
I
I'm
know.
planning one. Of course, we have Manjula. Hi, Manjula. Thank you for joining, and Akhil is joining with us, and of course, Harun. We are not going to answer your question today, but on a different day. But then, Madhu, I have a question now. You prepare all your accounts at the end of the year, no? Why can't you wait till the end of the year and do it? Why should you do it on a monthly basis? I mean, imagine a solopreneur, someone who has three people and he doesn't have an accountant also. Should he be bothered about doing all these things on a daily basis? Can't he be doing it at the end of the year? Because at the end of the year only you need the accounts, right?
Yes. So to answer this question, probably I would ask Amitabh, what's the purpose of doing these accounts? Are you preparing for paying taxes, filing taxes, or are you preparing this for your business growth, day-to-day operation, business growth, right? So my suggestion, when you do something, it should reflect in your business growth. So uh, accounting is good for you to grow your business. So every day-to-day operation should be part of your operation, right? So accounting people, like accountants, are your accountability partners probably. They ask questions to you, why this much of this much of cost in your business, or what you can do for grow your businesses, why these variances. So all these things are like, who else can ask you if you are a sole entrepreneur, right? You don't have, you are the boss of your with all all own rules, right?
Yeah.
So probably accounting partners or accounting accountants can help you uh, to support you, I would say,
Yeah.
as act as an accountability partner on a day to day growth.
Yeah. And then, Madhu, now Tushan is saying most important thing, update daily, whatever the platform. So I agree with him. Can you explain how it would help decision making?
See, Amit, so see, in my organization, so I'm also a 5 year startup and small scale businesses, right? So while I'm talking, so I have an app. I'm using Zero, so I have an app. So I can, I have a team. So independently, they're updating on a day to day basis. As business owners, what we need is a dashboard for us, right? So
Yeah.
dashboard to understand our performance, positions. What's our aging at this point. Collection reports and all these things are very crucial reports. So all these things, these days, in one app, in phone, right? So you can just go through our things and just ask an opinion from our colleagues. So uh, that that is really important as business owners to have a dashboard with us, in a mobile, with basic information about your performance and positions of the organization.
Yeah.
That will
So then,
happen when you record diameters.
yeah,
Sorry.
so that will help in taking decisions. Now we
Yes.
know we are facing a situation where we have never faced before, and then the first thing sometimes they do is go and check receivables from where I should get money. Maybe you're talking about the credit sales that you have done, and suddenly your goods are gone, invoices are made, but cash has not received. So what you say is, in at that time your records will help you.
Yeah. So important is these days, a lot of businesses are facing, probably facing cash challenges, I would say. Right, it's a little challenge, cash collection challenge. So it is important to have a mechanism to see that, probably we call as aging reports. Probably
Yeah.
30 days collection, or 30 days debtors, or 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. You can see, right? So if you have a platform, to generate those reports in a one click, would be really useful for you to take quick decisions and act on it, act fast, take fast decisions. So our organization, funny thing, like we have, after this pandemic, so we focus on more on these reports. Even though we are an accounting company, we develop many controls in our organization to uh, have it, uh, uh, maintain it properly. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Madhu. So Shohan is saying hi. Hi, Shohan is a friend of ours.
Oh,
And there's a good question. Someone is asking, Shehan, how can we use accounting to build and establish good relationship with banks? My question to you, Madhu, actually, tweaking a little bit of that question. If you have good, I mean, if you have been recording all your accounts well, will the bank respect you better?
yes, definitely. Why not? Because that question says, like, how to, what's the question? Relationship building, right?
Yeah, he
So
says,
when,
having better accounts will have a better relationship with the bank. Is it?
yeah, yeah. See, when that, you will ruin the relationship with bank if you are not paying on time their loan. Am I right?
Of course.
Okay, why you are not paying on time?
Because you have no idea about what's happening.
Yeah, and probably we have to have a proper plan about our cash flow plan to pay that
Yeah.
repayment, right?
Yeah.
So technically to have maintain our relationship, probably we have to pay on time. So for that we need to have a proper we call that as forecasted cash flow statement every
Yeah.
week. If you have at this point, especially in challenging times, um, our organization will prepare every week forecasted cash flow. What
Okay.
is going to happen next 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 month, right? So
Okay.
based on our information
Yeah.
available.
So can you name few? I mean, you probably answered this earlier, but what to record?
Yeah. So record.
Minimum. What shall we record?
So generally, very very early stage startups, I would take it, as an example. So when they do invoicing, so probably they can invoice through the platform, right? So these days there are a lot of features available to automate the invoices, and send the reminders or whatever. So uh, that will be captured. Your revenue will be captured in your system, right? So that is one thing. Then like your expenses based, so how so every expenses you will have supporting documents of bills. Probably you will start entering your bills, right? So then when you pay that bills, then you will pay through checks or probably cash, or which I don't recommend, but checks or like credit cards, right? So you will pay, right? So when you pay that, that needs to be captured, right? So then your collections, so your bank deposits, your collections and deposits will be recorded, right? So
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Inosha saying alternative plan, building better relationship with Madhushankar for accounting will automatically build better relationship with the bank.
Emotion.
Not only with Madhushankar,
Definitely.
anyone who
Any
is
accountant,
doing accounting, if you
definitely.
have a good relationship, you will have a. Uh, so, Madhu, now your business is what you do is you take over the burden of doing accounting from other firms, no, so that they can focus on the core business. Now we
Definitely.
have this pandemic and all that, and we also have students who are planning to enter finance sector, as an accountant or as an entrepreneur or whatever. Any advice that you want to tell them about what your industry is going through these days?
Okay, so there are a lot of accounting professionals. They want to start accounting businesses like us, uh, uh, to support small scale businesses, right? So a lot of people won't target this particular segment, small scale business, because there is a saying that you can't earn much through this small scale business segment, right? Yeah, so but it's a very good support system. So uh, my advice to those probably graduates or whoever who wants to start the similar, so you need to see what is the modern technology. So technology is changing, and you have to adapt to that. uh, I think when I started my career 10 12 years back, uh, i uh, I was recruited for data entry. I will
Okay.
get every day you will get about 100 transactions, 150 transactions. You have to say 10, right? That is the core job of mine, right? So nowadays it's totally changed, right? So there are a lot of softwares eliminating that task, and now even Amita, like few softwares available, just you can capture that through a
Yeah.
scan. All the information will be captured and entered, posted, right? So
While Madhu, while you are
yes,
talking, I'm checking for some reason, the Facebook comments are not coming here, so I'm going to check using my phone.
sure.
Please go ahead.
Sure. No problem. No problem. So, you have to understand yeah, new trends in technology. Probably, as accounting professional, you need to understand the softwares. What are the new softwares? What are the additional apps, partner apps are available to use it? wisely, and you can help your clients better through them.
Yeah.
And what are the other uh, like what do you call features you can implement to support your clients better? All these things you have to consider.
Yeah. So, taking on that point,
Yeah,
you mentioned the word technology.
yeah.
Uh, what is the support that you, as an accountant, someone who is into accounts and preparing financial reports and all that, can you live without technology, or how? What kind of burden is taken off by technology?
Yeah, so technology is helping us to streamline a lot of things in organizations through these new platforms coming in, and reducing our duplications of works, a lot of duplication work. So like uh, those days we spend a lot of time in many areas that's like replaced by technology these days, right? So these cloud platforms and all like really helpful. Even in Sri Lanka, uh, probably we don't have still we don't have many features. If you go to US or Australia or UK, anywhere, like even banks and accounting softwares are integrated, right? So that much of advancements are there. Probably in Sri Lanka also it will come soon. Hope for the best. So it is helping the organization to uh, become more productive and focus on the business growth. And uh, uh, now accounting is transformed to help business growth for entrepreneurs on
Okay,
management
Madhu.
decisions.
Yeah, so I have one more question now. Businesses are going through a difficult time these days, especially small businesses, and then, entrepreneurs are in trouble. From accounting point of view, any tips, any advice that you could give them?
Yeah, so one quick thing I can think of is like focus on your collection these days, so streamline that. So I'll share my what we did in last April, right? April, when we foresee in our company, right? So we also a small scale business. So so we thought, okay, this is going to be a little. It will go in like a little longer. So we call all the clients, our clients, and check or like talk to them whether they are affordable of services, or like whether they need any change of scopes or anything, right? So just to make sure that uh, we are not we are to protect our clients, as well as we are not overcharged, or we are not just to project ourselves, right? So then we identified, okay, so certain clients had some issues, so we revised their scopes and help them in many ways. And most of the clients, they okay to go ahead, and payment terms, everything we define at that point, right? So everything you have to restructure, you have to plan it. Then we develop a lot of mechanism internally to track uh, our probably control mechanism, reporting control. We never had it before. After pandemic, we even every day one independent person is a team member is reporting us on a daily collections, to deposit, to cash balance, to receivables, payables, dashboard. They are updating every week, every day, every week. We are preparing forecasted cash flow. So that helps us to think a little ahead um, um, of time, right? So to plan well, right? So similarly, all the entrepreneurs can um, plan their businesses properly. Mainly cash. Cash is the key at this point. This challenging time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, as much as you collect cash, how about on the expenditure side, about spending money? You have any advice?
Yeah, so that's why I said, like these challenging time, you have to do proper budgeting for your business. You have to resit your cost
So
and
you
see
mean to
what.
say that you revisit your budgets?
Definitely. You have to see where you are spending more. If it is necessary at this point, is it necessary for next 6 months to 1 year for your so entire goal to purpose everything you have to uh, now you have to revisit your budget and plan it properly.
Right.
Then you will understand where to spend, what to spend, what is going to be your ROI for all the every cents you spend.
Okay, I want to do a little bit of a, uh, let's say, a detective work. Let's
Okay.
say somebody comes to you, he has, 10, 15 people working in his organization, and he comes and tells you, hey, Madhu, take over my accounts. Do it. I mean, I'm going to have an accounts department per se, but then I will outsource it to you. What kind of things you will do inside?
Yeah. Okay. So first, if it is a small entrepreneur, so we will sit with them and understand what exactly they are doing and what is the purpose of their business and how what is their plans. Everything's probably if they don't have a budget in place. Budget we will do a proper budget, realistic budget for them,
So
and
sometimes
they
they have
will
the budget, sometimes the budget is in the head.
we will put it in the paper. So in proper way and see Amita what happens if I used to say lonely entrepreneur or sole entrepreneur. No
Sole
one,
entrepreneur.
yeah. So what happens? No one to ask cross questions,
Yeah.
right? So as accountability partners, we can discuss and we can ask a lot of questions that make them think
Yeah.
better, and then we can put that discuss and put that numbers on in a proper way
Yeah.
to see is it aligning with their goals, what to achieve um, after 6 months or 1 year or 5 years. Then we also know what's their plan. Then we set that budget for it. Then then we importantly see whether they have proper accounting controls in their organization, right? So we
Okay.
have to fix that first, whether they have proper reporting controls, accounting controls. So we fix that to have a proper uh, reporting mechanism. So if they um, need a platform to support, then we help them in that, probably implementation supports through third parties, or if they have any softwares in mind or whatever, so we help in that as well. Then we help them in based on their requirement of scope. Probably we help them on their daily recording, transactions, bookkeeping, and monthly basis. We advise them on their performance and positions, and guide them. Guide them.
So
Probably
you are more powerful than a, accountant or someone in house, because sometimes, if you are an employee in the finance department, you are under your boss. But you as an outside agency, you can always go and tell the truth. Hey, look, you are in big trouble. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Sometimes some companies, Amita, they need in-house accountants, accounting junior accountants to proceed their daily routine. So we help them to find that accounting, right attitude, account professionals as well through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about, so basically we have covered the entire gamut of, accounting, and we gave some tips. What do you do with accountants.lk? Can we talk about it here?
Yes, definitely. So, uh, Economist Day recently we launched it to create values for our accounting professionals. So, mainly currently we are running knowledge sharing sessions, weekly knowledge sharing sessions by industry professionals. They come and share the knowledge for other community members who are like accounting professionals. Then
Yeah.
we are running mentorship program for them, junior accountants who are starting, freshers, or like people who are working. We are mentoring them through
Okay.
senior accountants, and likewise, we are creating value for the accounting professionals. Even firms owners, like probably see, if you are running, if I'm running a small scale firm, probably if I have 10-15 staffs, probably my I don't have a training budget, lot of training budget, probably they can uh, plug with us and share, participate in this platform. It's a
Okay.
community.
Wow, great initiative. It's not about you growing alone, but then you grow with everybody else. So I have
Exactly.
a, inspiring story about from Singapore. A 13-year-old girl raises funds with a family. So there was this lady who was going on the side of the road, and an e-scooter came and knocked her down. And the court eventually said pay her something. She was on a coma and all that. And recently, a 13-year-old girl who is in grade 7 has got the attention of this entire story, and she decided to raise a fund. And she went to her school, to parents, friends. She went all around, sent emails, and she raised 164,079 Singapore dollars
Wow.
to support. That's within 60 days. So
Wow.
I thought maybe I will come and tell this story here, because again it's about funding, and it's a 13-year-old girl doing that kind of a thing to help another fellow human, and an
Very
auntie
inspiring.
from her point of view. Yeah, very inspirational. So, Madhu, thank you so very much for joining with us for this first, Sri Lanka's first LinkedIn live talk show. I would be tweaking a little this a bit more, and when I learn how to do this better, there'll be more music. Maybe I don't know what I need to add. Maybe there's more light that I need to fit on the other side. There will be giveaways. We are planning to give gifts for people who are participating, commenting, and actively contributing. There will be books and stuff like that. There are people who have already shown interest in coming and helping. Especially this whole exercise is going to help the B2B community, the LinkedIn community. Of course, this is streamed to YouTube, and this is also streamed to Facebook, but it's mainly for the benefit of those who are joining us through LinkedIn. So thank you very much for joining with a short notice and helping us, helping the small community. Can I also display your contact details so that whoever wants to get in touch with you, uh, this is
Sure.
Madhu's contact detail. Madhu, the telephone number and email address is correct?
Correct, Amita. Perfect. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
So since this is going to stay, you can, whoever has missed anything, you could always go back and check the recording either on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or on YouTube. If you have someone was asking about the names of those apps, you can always go back, uh, look at the recording. So thank you so very much. Uh, I would sincerely like to thank everyone who joined us from LinkedIn, Facebook, and on YouTube, commenting, learning. So our plan is to educate, inspire, and motivate everyone to take action to grow. So especially during this pandemic time, I'm planning to bring in more and more experts to share their story, share tips, and help everybody as much as possible. So stay tuned next Thursday at 8:30 in the night. Madhu, you have any last words to say?
Yeah, thank you so much, Amita. So, thank you for inviting me. It's a wonderful platform, and you're doing fantastic thing for as a knowledge sharing for everyone. Thank you so much. I really enjoy this. This is like very very casual, and I really enjoy this format of the program. So, thanks, Amita. Thank you, everyone, for listening now.
And
Thank you.
yeah, so one last reminder to everybody, the situation out there is little, you need to be cautious, stay safe, go out only if it is really, really necessary. Okay, good night, stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you. See you. Good night.